Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm back again with this time a challenge video that was put out I think about 3 days ago by Gary from Gary's Diecast Collection, and it's the compact challenge. So basically show your compact cars. So that is what I'm going to do. Excuse me. So I've got about 8 pieces to show, not a lot, as the usual issue. Like I said, you'll all understand one day. I'm in the midst of trying to make an actual decent filming location area, which I've been trying to do forever, and it's always stuff gets in the way, whether it's just, you know, family stuff, money and all that type of stuff. But I am now getting there slowly, and when it's finished, when I reveal what I'm doing, it will be great. So anyway, that should be cool once I do it. But anyway, that's making a lot of my cars excuse me, particularly throat. A lot of my cars are packed away because of that, obviously, so that they don't get damaged. So I'm restricted on what I can show. But anyway, we will get straight into it, less of the chat, and we'll take a look at some of the ones I did pull out. So the first one is this little Honda electric car. Let's get the camera down a little bit, doesn't like the glare. There you go, this little Honda electric. There you go. Now, I can't remember if this is an actual car now or if it's just a concept. I think this car exists. Excuse me. But it is quite nicely done. And it has got an interior, which is pretty cool, because a lot of these cars that have the darker windows don't have interiors. But as you can see with my large lamp going over the top, you can see this does have an interior. We'll have a little look underneath and see what it is. So it's the 2020 Honda E, and like I said, it's very similar to the original Honda Civic, even though it's a modern car. It's got the Honda Civic vibe. So that is that. And whilst we're talking about Honda Civics, I will show this, even though I've recently unboxed this, but I thought I couldn't not show this. It is the Honda Civic. I think it's the custom Civic. Civic Custom 73 Civic Custom. I used to have one of these, obviously not a custom, but I used to have one in blue in a standard formation. I had a Mark 1 Civic very long time ago, back before I was able to drive. It was a field car. I did a lot of I had a lot of field cars when I was a kid. I was quite lucky. One of my best friends owned a farm that was right next to my house, and I basically used to drive cars around all day long. From a young age, I could drive from the age of 8, and one of my first field cars when I was about 14 was a Honda Civic. But anyway, so that's piece 2. Piece 3 is a bit of an oddball. I suppose it's a compact car. They're not very big. It's a hatchback, and it is a Mazda, but I've forgotten what Mazda it is. Maybe 2, Mazda 3. I had some smaller ones somewhere. What I was actually looking for, but this will do the job. It's a pretty cool little compact car. So that's the Mazda 3 in silver from Matchbox. Then we got a Mini. Excuse me, really, I've got a frog in my throat tonight. It says Rover Mini, but it is a Mini from Siku. Really nicely made piece. Put something on there. Excuse me. It's got the wheels almost look like mini lights on there. The wheels, which I think is what they're supposed to be replicating anyway. But pretty cool, and again painted in details on the front, some plates going on. So nice little piece from Siku, metal base, unscrews if you wanted to customize it. So very cool. So that is an oddball piece. So that is from Siku. And then staying with the Minis theme, I got one from Matchbox here that I not that long ago did a wheel swap and custom on, or just a wheel swap and detail. So I put these gold sort of stamped chrome effect wheels, I suppose you could call it, or that they're actually a Matchbox wheel I use. They're actually True Grip tyres, is what Matchbox calls it. And did the plates and the rear lights and the front. I put some spotlights on it, if I remember rightly. Were these spotlights I glued on? Can't remember now. I'm just having a little look. Yeah, I think these are my own spotlights that I made up. Plate on the front, and then I put some little transfers on the windows. So fairly basic little custom, but pretty cool nonetheless. Again, it's fairly almost, well, no, it's actually not. It's quite a bit bigger, but you can't get much more compact than the Ford Mini. than the Mini. It's been a long day. Next, again, staying with the Mini from Matchbox. This is less of a Mini in my opinion, but this is a Mini Clubman. But I thought, why not, and show it anyway. And again, this, I'm sure this has got the really dark windows, hasn't it? Yeah, I think there's an interior in there. I think I can't. Yeah, there is. Just it's really dark. But pretty cool. Got this in many variations. This one's in the blue. I have got it in grey. I think I've got it in green. But like I said, these are actually quite a size nowadays, especially compared to the original Mini. Countryman on the back. Cooper S. So that is that. And then gotta have a Golf. I've got many Golfs in my collection, quite a few, but I went with my personal favourite Golf in my collection, which is this one from Greenlight in the light blue. So they do a very nice job on these. Just noticed it looks like it's got, almost looks like a cobweb in the back of the car, but I don't think it is. I think it's a piece of the trim, like a bit of glue. But nonetheless, they do a good job on these cars. They are very, very like what they're trying to replicate. As soon as you get the bonnet up, to see the little engine, very nicely done. And I can tell this is based on the fuel injected engine, because all the fuel injected engines used to have the air filters and all that type of stuff going right away along to there. So it's based on the injected model, but pretty cool. And then the last piece, mainly because I wanted to show it again, these in real life, these aren't a big car. Datsun 510. I suppose this is supposed to be a taxi version, but this is all supposed to be like a rusted, like as if the car's rusted. So it's almost like it was a taxi. You see it says A and A Cab Co. But this is to scale. This is from Greenlight. It's really nicely done. So it has inserted tail lights. Obviously the bumpers are extra pieces. And again, it's nicely done. It's got some under bonnet detail. So there is the little 4-banger engine. But these wouldn't have been a big car. Excuse me. It's only because we're used to seeing the Kaido house cars, which are obviously not to scale. But this is how you can see. I mean, this Golf isn't a big car. I've owned quite a few of these in real life, and they're not big cars. And you can see that there really isn't. It isn't a much bigger car than a Golf. So it's just the fact it has 4 doors and a boot hatch. Boot. We call them saloon cars. But anyway, with that is going to be my answer to Gary's challenge, the compact challenge. Let's just get some of the cars in, if I can. So I hope that will meet the challenge. Whilst you're at it, check out Gary's diecast collection. Awesome guy, shows some awesome content. Probably one of the nicest guys you'll meet on YouTube. But with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more unboxing videos, challenge videos, raw swaps, and blah 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 blah, and all that good stuff. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching.